Hello traders, Day Trader Matt here with abusinesswithtrading.com doing a trading strategy recap for the 26th of January, Monday. And today was another really good day in the markets. We were able to come in, make a little bit of money and get out. First I want to talk about the trading room. Today we made 5 trades. We were 4 for 1 and ended up pulling 10 points out of the market. Interestingly enough, our first trade was an unsuccessful trade, and let's talk about that real quick. The market opened right about here. Started to come up a little bit, chop around. We ended up getting long around 2.5, which in hindsight was a stupid thing to do because the market just kept coming down. Once we got long at 2.5, the market did kind of chop around. It came up a little bit and then it just rolled over. It was an area that we were either going to support or break down, and the market broke down. We got stopped out, and then we watched things a little bit. Saw how things were setting up, and then we got long down here around 35. We were able to ride that up a little bit and take profits right up in this region here. Afterwards we watched and price just kept moving higher. So we got long again over here at 1/2 actually. So up here, got long here and got out at 275 right in here. So it was a very quick trade, very small risk. And trades like that are always good because you don't really risk a lot. You're able to just take it off and be pretty good. After our first trade, we got stopped out. This trade made it back and then some, and then this trade just added to it. That's the best way to start. Having an unsuccessful trade isn't the best way, but after that unsuccessful trade, you're able to make it up and then some, and then just start adding onto your positive P&L. That's definitely the goal every single day. It doesn't happen like that as far as adding to the P&L. Some days we actually lose money, but that's what trading's all about. You're going to make money some days, you're going to not make money some days, you're going to give back money some days, and that's how it is. And the goal is to just be a little bit more successful than unsuccess. So anyway, our next trade, we kind of watched things a little bit, not very long afterwards, but the market started coming back. We watched it come back a little more, and we decided to get long again over here at around 1/2, right in here, and we were able to ride it up a little bit. We took profits on this on the way down. We got out right at that 275 figure. Price did come down, and then it just started rocketing higher, which was actually quite interesting. We saw it move higher, and then we watched all of this, and we were long right in here at 575 to be exact, and we started getting out. We got out at 775. So it was right in here is where we got out. We had the order in. We were ready to end the trading room, and that's pretty much what we did. So it was a pretty good day all in all. We made 10 points in the E-mini trading room, 5 trades. We were 4 for 1. It's a great great time to start the week. We were able to come in, make a little bit of money, and this week I want to talk about trading addiction. I've been working with a lot of clients who get that trading addiction, and a lot of new traders actually experience that. I experienced that when I first started trading. I've mentioned making thousands of trades, and after the month, I'm a little bit below break-even status by commission. If it wasn't for commission, I would have made a little bit of money. But because of commission, I lost quite a bit of money. Because I made way too many trades. Because I was in that gambler mentality. And that's what we're going to talk about this week. I have some articles coming out. I think they're pretty good. And hopefully they'll spur some comments and whatnot. But I wanted to talk about that a little bit because when I first got into trading, you know, it's really good that I remember where I was when I first got into trading, and now I'm so far along that I wouldn't even know that person anymore. The person that I was when I first got into trading, I'm so different now, and it's awesome. But I would have, because I felt like I always needed to be in the markets. Once I got stopped out, maybe I wouldn't have even had a stop. But I remember how I used to trade. I actually did trade with stops. I just over traded massively. So I would have, either gotten back in here, gotten stopped out again, or waited and gotten in here and gotten stopped out. Because I had that gambler type mentality, not meaning that I didn't have a system, because I did have a methodology to my madness. The only issue was the methodology that I used was quite rudimentary, and it wasn't really a very good methodology in itself. It was a decent one that you could make a little money on, but because I had that gambler mentality, I just over traded continuously, and that's why I always harp on only make a few trades a day and you'll be successful. And in a moment, I'm going to talk about a couple swing trades that we picked up today. And when I say a couple, I mean two. We made 2 trades today in our swing trade group, and we made 5 trades in our E-mini trading room. So that's 7 trades. You don't have to make a lot of trades out there to be successful. And that's why I talk about it all the time, because I suffered from this when I first got into trading. And I know from talking to a lot of people, a lot of new traders, some novice traders, unfortunately, that it's an issue. And it's not an issue that just affects one person or 2 people. Or, gambling in general, affects over 5% of our population. Gambling addictions. So because of that, coming into trading, people see that as gambling. When you go to school for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years, whatever it takes nowadays, and you become like a brain surgeon, and then you get better at brain surgery and you hone your craft and you're like the best brain surgeon in the world, you can basically command where you work, right? So you can basically make as much as you can because you're the best one in the world. Trading's that same way, but trading has such a low barrier of entry. Just like gambling, for example, if you want to go play craps or the slots, or if you want to, go play Texas Hold'em somewhere, a lot of them have a lot of the Hold'em tournaments, some of the smaller ones have low buy-ins. So there's a very low barrier of entry. So you go there, you gamble, and trading has a very low barrier of entry as well. So it's very easy to transfer that gambling mentality. And it's not that we're doing it on a conscious level, because we don't want to be gamblers. We don't want to say, well, I'm going to put $10,000 in the market and just shit it away. I don't know who's going to get the money, but someone else is going to get it. We don't do that on a conscious level. Normal people don't do that. We say we want to put $10,000 in the market and we want to make something out of it. Back to our analogy, becoming a brain surgeon, you put lots of money and lots of time into learning that skill. You build that skill set. Trading should be the same way, but most people don't look at it that way. It's difficult for us to admit that we're wrong. Really successful people don't have a problem with it. You see Donald Trump, he's worth a couple $1 billion. Some people argue how much billion, but he's worth a couple billion. We know that for a fact. He admits his failures. Thomas Edison, I don't know if he had any money or not, but he's famous. We admire him. We look up to him. he's failed more times than a small village, and he admitted it. And he looks at it as a good thing. It's all about perspective, guys. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit, share something with you. I'm gonna have a article underneath the blog post, and hopefully, that will resonate a little bit as well. But let's talk about the two swing trades that we made today. First, we're going to talk about the ES. We took a swing trade at 2035, the exact same level that we took our second trade in the E-mini trading room. The E-mini trading room, we got out a little bit early, but in the swing trade, we're in it to win it. That's what we do in the swing trade group. We try to enter trades with low risk. In this case, we were risking 5 points, and we were able to take partial profits up here. We entered at 2035. We took partial at 2050. It's about $750. If per contract. So if you're trading 2 contracts here, you would have made $750, and then you'd have your stop at 2039, which is 4 points above your entry, and that would be $200 per contract. So per contract right now we have locked in $950. If price continues up, we can move this. It's all depends on how we want to actually manage it, but right now we're doing pretty well. We're doing pretty well with it. Now our second trade we made in crude oil, and we staggered it. We took a partial entry at 46.20 and the rest at 46.35, which averaged with our stop. If you're looking at 2 contracts, we risked about $450. So we risked $450 on this trade. Not too bad, because look at where we actually took our profit. If we don't average them at all, we just take our 46.20 to 45.20. That's $1,000 per contract. So we risked $450. So far, we've made $1,000, and we've locked in. I think this equates to about $950 from this entry to this stop level. So that's not too bad. We risked 5 points in the ES, which is $250. We've locked in $950. We've risked $450 in crude oil, and we've locked in about $1950. So that I wanted to talk about that a little bit, and show our trading room, and just talk about what I feel is going to be very important. I think it's a very, very important topic. It's something that I spend many, many days with individuals on. Some it's even more than just a few days. I've spent months on this topic because it's a very important topic, and it's usually something that's unconscious. It's in our subconscious minds, and obviously it's something that we're not conscious of, pardon the pun. Okay, that was a dumb joke. But yeah, it's something we're not really knowledgeable of. It's there, it's lingering. Some people know how to fix it, some people don't. Some people claim they do and they don't. I know some really shitty trading psychologists out there, but I'm not here to badmouth anybody. That's not what I do. I never do that. And but it is what it is, and it gives a stigma to the whole psychology thing. When I was a kid, it was get up, you pansy. What's wrong with you? When my dad was a kid, don't talk about psychology or you're just automatically a homosexual. It's just something our society kind of doesn't understand and frowns upon. In human nature, if you don't understand something, automatically you're just, afraid of it. You don't want to talk about it, and, it's like Salem witch trials or something like that. But anyway, hopefully what I talked about made some sense to you. It resonated with you. You can always leave comments below the video. You can also email me directly if you choose to. support@abusinesswithtrading.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you back here in the markets. Thank you.